Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityormukshiyamamritaat. Offering my Sashtanga Pranam to Lord Shiva, my heartfelt namaskar to all of you. There was one great poet in Sanskrit. He was so devoted to Lord Shiva, and as we have heard from Sri Ramakrishna, when we go to God, we should not have some of the things. The important thing is you should never fear God. You should love God. It's not out of fear. Fear, lajja, that is being shy. These are the few things which you should not have while approaching God. Fear is the main thing. So you should be very open and free. God is our Father, God is our Mother. So what is there to be afraid of? So we should be very free, frank. So this poet, Sanskrit poet, was so free with Lord Shiva, he composed this Sanskrit poem, and the gist of it will be read out by me. What is that? Hey Shiva, you are sitting in Himalaya. Everywhere there is Hima, ice, cold. It's so cold everywhere, all around you. Then, who is sitting by the side of you? Parvati. Who is she? She is the daughter of Himalaya, Parvata Rajakumara's daughter. So, being the daughter of Himalaya, mountain which is full of ice, she also will be very cold. And so, you are having Parvati by your side, which she is also cold. Then what about Ganga, which is on your head? That is also very cold. See, if we used to come drenching in the rain, immediately our mothers would drag us in and take a towel and dry the hair, and they should be very careful, telling that, oh, you will catch cold. So who will take care of Lord Shiva in that way? Always he is having Ganga on his head. No mother will go and help him dry his hair and other things. He should be in cold. So now, cold on the top of the head, by the side in the form of Parvati, and ice everywhere in the Himalayas. Now, one more thing. What is that? In Sanskrit literature it is told, the underbelly of the snake is also very cold. Please don't go and try it. Anybody should not try that. It's told in the scriptures that the underbelly of the snake is very cold. So he is having snakes around him, so that is also cold. If everywhere the cold and cold ice and everything is so cold, naturally, O Shiva, you are going to get cough and cold. You may get flu. So I have a remedy. What is that? This world is so full of tension and worries and problems. I have so much of problems. So my head is full of that worldly heat. My heart and my head and everything is burning due to the worries and tension and all sorts of things of the world. So we will have a symbiotic relationship. What is that? Symbiosis means it will be useful to you and to me also. What is that symbiotic relationship? See, now I will give you an idea, very good idea by which you will be benefited and I will also be benefited. How is that? What is that? Oh Lord Shiva, you are in cold, you are going to catch cold, you need heat. I am in lot of heat and tension and worries, I need cold. So you come and sit in my heart. All your cold will come to me, all my heat will go to you. My head, the heat of my head will go to you, and all your cold will come to me. Come and sit in my heart. See what a beautiful poetry, that imagination. So he is so free with Lord Shiva. So that is the poetry written by this great poet about Lord Shiva. Now, coming to another event whereby we can humorously also think of Lord Shiva's epithets. Now, so many beautiful epithets are there of Shiva. So, we shall learn that in a humorous way. There was a classroom situation. The teacher asked one of the student, what is that? Why did Shiva? You know, Shiva is a mendicant, ascetic, always sitting in meditation, begging his food, and in rags. Now, who is his wife? Parvati. She is the daughter of the king of Himalayas. So naturally she is a princess. Why did a princess, so rich and having all the facilities, go and marry a mendicant, an ascetic? So one of the student stood up and told, "Sir, these are the 5 reasons why Mother Parvati, who was a princess, married the mendicant Shiva." "Yes, please state them." He stated all the 5 and the teacher fell unconscious. So what are they? First one, I think you are all facing it, and naturally all the mothers will be facing it very much. What is that? Always load shedding. Everywhere load shedding. So mothers will be in great trouble. And see, Lord Shiva has light on his head, moon always. Moon on the head, so no problem of light at all. So Parvati married Shiva. First reason is no electricity failure, always light is there on his head. First reason. So, see, the epithet of Shiva is Chandrasekhara, Somanatha, Chandrasekhara. See, humorously you can remember all the epithets. Then what is the second reason? The student told the second reason why Parvati married was, so the mothers know better. What is that? Water problem. Ithikveni is not up. I think our Ithikveni municipality, electrical, this thing is here. So I should be very careful while telling it. So Ithikveni, all the time, 5 days, 4 days, 2 days, no water. Somewhere the pipe is burst, here burst, everywhere there is water problem. Verulam and Phoenix, they had strike because of water problem. So mothers will be facing lot of water problem in the house. Now Shiva doesn't have any problem. Ganga constantly 24/7 Ganga is flowing. So no water problem. Second reason why Mother Parvati married Shiva. What is the third reason? All the mothers have a great problem. The husbands will come with their so heavy jeans pant, that pant, this pant, coat and everything. They have to wash it. Even the washing machine will feel it so difficult. Shiva doesn't know. He's a yogi. He has only Gaja Charma Ambara, Vyagra Charma Ambara, lion skin, deer skin, elephant skin. So nothing to wash. He's almost, he will be even many times without cloth. He will be sitting in meditation. So no cloth washing. Nothing, no problem. So the third reason. What is the fourth reason why Mother Parvati married Shiva? Now you see, another problem is cooking. All the mothers have to face, you cook, whatever you cook, the husband will be complaining, the taste is not right, the masala is not right, this is wrong, that is wrong. Shiva, no problem. Yogi, only roots and shoot. You will be in samadhi, deep meditation, only very rarely he gets up. If he gets up also, he will eat some roots and shoots, that's all. So no cooking problem. Fourth reason. That's why Mother Parvati married Shiva. Fifth reason is very, very important. What is that? Now the main problem of all the mothers when they are about to marry is they will ask, mother-in-law problem. Father-in-law, mother-in-law problem. Shiva doesn't have no father and mother. He is the supreme. He is the most supreme. No mother, no father. After him nothing. He is the paramount. He is the highest. So no father. He is the origin of this creation. So where is father and mother? So mother-in-law problem, no father-in-law problem. That is the main reason why Parvati married. Hearing all this reason, the teacher fainted. Whatever that might be. See, even though humorous, you can see so many beautiful epithets of Lord Shiva. Chandrasekhara, Gangadhara, Yogeshwara, Dhyanasakta, Parama, the highest Parabrahma, no more above him. See, though humorously you can take in so many beautiful qualities of Lord Shiva. Now, on Shivaratri, with every yama, it is not done to other gods. In every yama or the prahara, we have to bathe Shiva in different items. Abhisheka is to be done. As I told you, Shiva is Abhisheka Priya. He likes somebody giving him bath. And what is Vishnu? Alankara Priya, to decorate him with gold, diamond, garlands, that and this. But Shiva, simple, nothing, a little water or leaf or something. See, so simple. Now, we have to do Abhisheka. What are the Abhisheka we use? 5 natural ingredients are used. Milk in the first yama, first prahara, from, 6 to 9. First we have to worship, or Abhisheka has to be done with milk. In the second, this is the way puja is done in India, that is a custom Agama Shastra. The first prahara, we have to do the Abhisheka with cow milk, then curds. Second yama, from 9 to 12, curds. Third yama, that is from 12 to 3, ghee, clarified butter, ghee. Then fourth, this thing, honey and sugar. So, curds, ghee, honey and sugar. These are the 4 items you have to do the bath in. Of these, the first 3 are products of cow. Now, all the 5 together are called Panchamrita, 5 things. They are all selected in such a way, they represent the 5. Why do we do with all these things? What do they represent? What is that connected to us? See, always we ask the question, how is it connected to me? So, they represent our 5 sheaths. We have the covering, just like in the cold season you will be wearing the inner vest or banyan, then after that the shirt, then after that the coat, then after that some gown or something like that. We are, all of us, having 5 coverings, sheets. What are they? The first one, the external, is the sheath of the food, Annamaya Kosha. Then what is the second one? The inner one, Pranamaya Kosha, the energy, the kosha of the energies, prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana, all these things. Pranamaya kosha. The third covering, which is still inner, is Manomaya kosha, the mind and other aspects of it. Then Vijnanamaya kosha, still deeper, ego and still deeper. Then finally it is Anandamaya, bliss, Anandamaya kosha. These are the 5 sheets or koshas which is covering us. Now, what is that connected to these 5 items? Yeah, the 5 koshas are Annamaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha, Anandamaya kosha. In our inward journey through meditation on Shivaratri, we keep on transcending one by one the layers, the sheets, the koshas, and finally reaching the real self, the Satchit Ananda Sagara, the ocean of bliss absolute, that is Shiva, Sada Shiva. So, by doing that Abhisheka, we are crossing all the sheets which are covering us slowly, and we are getting into Lord Shiva who is within our heart. That is the significance of doing the Abhisheka. In the same order, in the same way, to represent our going inwards from bodily existence to our pure spiritual existence, Abhisheka is performed. See, you think that you are just pouring water and wasting water. No. It's deep significance in it. If you know the deep significance and do that, yes, still I have not completed it, you will enjoy it still more. What is that? In the first prahara or yama, that is from 6 to 9, the Abhisheka is done with milk. The milk covering the stone emblem or the linga indicates the soul, our soul, Atman, covered with gross physical body, Annamaya kosha. After the milk bath, we have to give, according to the Puja Shastra, immediately after milk bath, we have to give the Abhisheka of water, again pure water. Why? After the milk bath, the milk that is covering the emblem is washed down by bathing it with pure water, which is indicating of having transcended this Annamaya kosha. Okay? Then after that gross physical body, you cross that in the first yama. In the second yama, similarly in the second and the third prahara, the curd and ghee Abhisheka is done, followed by pure water, indicative of having transcended the Pranamaya kosha and Manomaya kosha respectively. In the fourth prahara, Abhisheka is performed with The rest two items, honey and sugar, each followed by pure water, and is indicative of having transcended the innermost two koshas, the covering, the Vijnanamaya kosha and Anandamaya kosha, bathing the emblem of Shivalinga with each item of Panchamrita followed by pure water. The worshipper, the devotee, visualizes the transcendence of one by one, and you are going deeper and deeper in meditation in each yama. Finally, in the last yama, you reach your soul, that is Satchit Ananda, the Shiva who is within you. What a beautiful concept, you see. You never thought of it. The sheath wheel covering Lord Shiva. From the acquired form of personal God as Shiva, the sadhaka, spiritual aspirant, the worshipper, gradually moves to get a glimpse of the impersonal absolute. From the rupa, form, to the formless. From the personal to the impersonal. The worshipper sees Lord Shiva in a new perspective as the ultimate reality, the cause of all that exists as this universe and all beings in it. This, in fact, is the perfected state of every living being, that is us, of Jiva, and is of absolute peace, endless infinite bliss and eternal freedom, identical with Shiva. That's what we are going to gain. Now, let me take you one very important thing which is told by Swami Vivekananda, connecting with Shiva. What is that? Now Swami Vivekananda is still, suddenly we are now coming to a completely different, from sublime thing to we are coming to another thing. I always use that term, sublime to ridiculous, but it is very, very important. What is that? Swami Vivekananda tells, page 445, volume 5 of the complete works, East and West. Swami Vivekananda is telling, raising a hue and cry. People are raising at that time, Vivekananda's time. Jesus is coming to India to conquer Hinduism, and are seeing the fulfillment of the divine decree in the fullness of time. Vivekananda tells, oh dear, no. Neither Jesus is come nor Jehovah, nor will they come. They are now busy in saving their own hearts and home, and have no time to come to our country. Here it is always the self-same old Shiva, seated as before, and the bloodied, not the bloody you use in this thing, blood, full of blood, Mother Kali, worshipped with the self-same paraphernalia, and the pastoral shepherd of love, Sri Krishna, playing on his flute. Once this old Shiva, rising on his bull and tabering on his damaru, travelled from India on the one side to Sumatra, Borneo, Celebes, Australia, as far as the shores of America too. And on the other side, this old Shiva battened his bull in Tibet, China, Japan, and as far as up as Siberia in Russia. And he is still doing, when Shiva has conquered all these places. The Mother Kali is still exacting her worship even in China and Japan. It is she whom the Christians metamorphosed into the Virgin Mary and worship as the mother of Jesus the Christ. Behold the Himalayas, there to the north of Kailasa, the main abode of old Shiva. That throne, the 10-headed, 20-armed mighty Ravana, 10-headed, 20-handed mighty Ravana, who had conquered all the gods and goddesses like Indra, Chandra, Vayu, Varuna, they were all lying on the steps of his throne. But he couldn't even shake a little of the Kailasa mountain. He tried to lift it up. Then Shiva pressed one toe of his and he got stuck up and started shouting. He couldn't come out of it. His hands couldn't be removed under it. So, the Kailasa couldn't be even shaken by 10-headed, 20-armed Ravana. What can you missionaries do to India? or Hinduism, tell Swami Vivekananda, when Shiva is protecting us. See how connecting to Shiva. What a beautiful this thing of there to the north is Kailasa, the main abode of old Shiva. That throne, the 10-headed, 20-armed mighty Ravana could not shake. Now for the missionaries to attempt that, which couldn't be done by Ravana, can the missionaries do anything? Attempt the task? Bless my soul. Here in India will ever be the old Shiva tabering on his Damaru, the mother Kali worshipping with animal sacrifice, and the lovable Sri Krishna playing on his flute. Firm as the Himalayas they are, and no attempt of anyone, Christian or other missionaries, will ever be able to remove them. That is Lord Shiva as envisioned by Swami Vivekananda. Now, I think if I go on, I have collected so many stories to tell, but no time. Another name for Shiva is Kala, time. So you have to respect Shiva as time also. That's why he is having moon on his head. What is the indication of moon, having moon on his head? Chandrasekhara. Moon represents the Tithi. We collect Indian calendar, the Krishna Paksha, the Shukla Paksha is the moment of the moon only. So he is indicative of time. So having the moon on his head, Shiva shows I am the controller of time. His name is also Mahakaleshwara. And what is the name of her consort? Kali. Kali means again time. Kala, time. Kali, time. So now, time is also very important. What is the another thing of moon on the head of Shiva? Moon is connected with our mind, he is the controller of our mind. How? Have you seen? Is there any lunatic asylum nearby here, mental hospital in Durban? What is it called? Lunatic asylum. Where is the term? Lunatic. Comes from lunacy. How? Lunar. Connected with moon. So mind, moon is connected with the mind. How? The earth gravity, it is so much of gravitational power, it is holding all the solid things. But 70% of the earth is liquid, water. And 72% of our body is water, liquid. So moon has power on the water or the liquid. So always your blood will be rushing towards the brain during the Purnima, full moon. During Amavasya, depression, it will dip. Watch the ocean during this thing, full moon, rising high. Then in this thing, down. So moon also controls your mind. So Shiva having that moon on the head, Chandrasekhara, I am the controller of your mind. Without my grace, you cannot control your mind. That is Shiva. Now, have you seen Shiva in another form? What is that? Ardhanarishwara. Half Shiva, half Divine Mother. You all people, many people in the Western world that tell, oh, Hinduism, you don't give opportunity to women, they ill-treat women. Nonsense. Shiva has given half his body for his consort. Half his body. Ardhanarishwara. Not one small portion. Half. That's why it's called Ardhanari Ishvara. So God representing that, God is beyond masculine, feminine or neuter, is beyond all the genders. So now how did he take this form? There was one great devotee, just like Nandi and all the other great devotees of Shiva, but this devotee was fanatical devotee of Shiva. Ekanishta. Other than Shiva, I will not look at anybody. That was the intensity of his devotion. What was his name? Bhringi. What is the meaning of Bhringi? I will come at the last. What kind of fanatical devotion to Lord Shiva? He will go to Kailasa. If Mother Parvati is sitting there, he will not even look at Parvati. He will do worship only to Shiva. And circumambulation, pradakshina, only to Shiva. No Parvati. Parvati told, why? I am the mother. I am also a consort. I am equal with this thing. Why don't you also come and talk to me, worship me? No. I will not look at anybody other than Shiva. Shiva and Shiva only. fanatically devoted to Shiva. Then it so happened, Mother Parvati told Shiva, now what to do? He is so fanatically doesn't, how can I force him? Okay, Mother Parvati got a little upset, so she told, in our this thing it is believed, the Indian this thing, that in the body, the skeleton and other things comes from the father. The muscle, the blood and other things comes from the mother. That's a belief, whatever that might, medically I do not know, but that's a belief in India. So Mother Parvati told, you are not respecting me, so I will take away what is mine. And so his muscles, his blood and other things went away. It was only skeleton and skin. He became skeleton and skin. He couldn't stand up even, he fell down. Because no muscles, no this thing, he fell down. Then Shiva gave him another 3 legs. That's why you can see Brungi in 3 legs, skeleton, like a skeleton. They'll be there with Shiva. So with great difficulty he stood up with that 3rd leg or the support. Even then he would not look at Mother Parvati or worship her or go near Parvati, only Shiva. Then Mother did one great penance. What is that? Kedara Maha Vrata. And by that Vrata, Mother Parvati got half the part of Shiva. So now what will you do? You have to worship. Now Parvati is to be worshipped. Half Shiva, half Parvati, they got full form. But he was so fanatically devoted to Shiva. What did he do? He took the form of a bumblebee, Dumbi, Bhranga. And he bore through the body of Shiva. Only half of Shiva he did circumambulation and did puja to Shiva. He didn't go to Parvati. So fanatically devoted to Shiva, Ekanishta. So that's why he gets the name Bhringi. Bhringa means that bee. He took the form of the bee. He bore the body where half Parvati is there, only there he bore and did circumambulation to only Shiva half. That is Bhringi. That is the fanatical devotee. So what we have to see is philosophically this form is quite associated with the grace of God. Shiva and Shakti are one and the same, supreme. The formless God is called Parashiva on its own free will for the benefit of the living beings which are drowned in Pasha bondage. It thinks to create the world, its dynamism of creation thus sprang out of it, which is called Shakti. Now Shiva and its power Shakti creates everything. This is form of their togetherness that springs out of Lord Shiva. Because of this, the form is associated with the grace of God. Shiva and Shakti, though the same, may also act independently. They are associated like the person and the action of the person. Now, Kalidasa puts it, Vag Artha. What is that? The word and its meaning. Can you separate it? Think of it. The word, Vag, Artha, meaning. Can you separate it? Likewise, Shiva and Shakti cannot be separated. They are one and the same. Master would not like such fanatical devotion. Master would not like fanatical devotion. You would always think you should be broad in view. That hatred of other gods and goddesses, thinking that only my God is superior, Master didn't like that idea. But to tell you how great devotees of Shivas were there and what all happened, why did they become Ardhanarishvara, I took you through this wonderful story of Ardhanarishvara. If chance permits, in India, they make a dance. What is that? Ardhanarishvara dance. A dancer will dress half Shiva, half Parvati. While they turn this way, they will dance in such a way like Shiva Tandava. While they turn this way, they will dance like Lasya, like the Divine Mother. So it's a very special dance. If Mother permits, we can call them here and you can see that wonderful dance of Ardhanarishvara dance. So we have meditated on Lord Shiva. All the 4 yamas, we have taken his name. It's a wonderful thing. So as I told you, Abhisheka, all the 5 koshas we have overcome, and let us get that pure, absolute bliss that is Lord Shiva, which is within us, and be enlightened by His grace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Shivarpanamastu. You can continue, I will not sing.